Watching you harvest is exciting. I can't wait to see what you're going to do with that. Time to bring the lightning!
You look like someone who seeks to travel while earning honest coin. Would you like to hear about a great opportunity for both of these ambitions? It's simple, really. I need someone to travel to Redfur Trading Post and inquire about my lost shipment with Arana Kane, the customs clerk. It's incredibly late, and the alchemist that ordered it is not the most patient of clients. Grand! If you could, pick up the shipment and bring it back to me. I'd go myself, but Arana Kane and I, well, we're not on the best of terms. A misunderstanding, but hazardous to my health. Tell her you're there for Tree Shade Imports. The customs clerk in Redford Trading Post should be able to help you locate my shipment. The client is not a patient woman, so do hurry.
Mortal, you stand above the sealed ruins of Leiloria. Within is a gateway to Coldharbour, where my priestess, Kulanway, suffers at the hands of Molag Bal. Her pain is so great, it has torn a hole between worlds. This injustice must end. I am the Daedric, Prince of Dawn and Dusk, who weeps for Kulanway's suffering. I am the Mother of the Rose, who sealed Leiloria away from your world. I am Azura, mortal, and I would have you end Kulanway's endless torment. Long ago, the wizard Vastari came to Leiloria. She sought to end Kulanway's suffering, but Vastari failed and was lost. Go to Vastari's tower, retrace her path into Leiloria, and mortal, set Kulanway's bones to rest. Vastari kept careful records of her struggle to pierce Leiloria's seal. They remain scattered in her tower. Find them, use them to breach the seal and recover Kulanway. A powerful wizard who built the tower behind you. She studied Leiloria for years, always patient, until finally she found a way through. But despite her preparations, Molag Bal's servants overwhelmed her companions. She was forever lost. Leiloria is the mouth of a bottle that floats through Coldharbour. My seal is the cork. Should I release the seal, Molag Bal's servants will pour into Leiloria until they have nowhere else to go but here. Vistari found a way to slip past the seal, as must you. Kulanway was the most beloved of my servants. Her voice bent the world to her will, yet she used her power for selfless works until she was taken to Coldharbour. Molag Bal made her song of pain last millennia, but in his distraction, you will recover her.
Yet another senseless kill.
again? I mean, yes, mortal? Greetings, outsider. As the will of my prince is eternal, I heed your call. Azura. You know of Azura, don't you? Irai the Fleet, she named me. But that was long ago. This shriveled vessel is but a shadow of my former glory. My wings ache to soar the skies of oblivion once more. The Starry pierced the seal with a relic known as the Twilight Heart. It still stands before the gates of Leyloria, bereft of magical energies. You'll need to feed it souls, and with all these Daedra about, you'll have your pick. The wizard Vastari kept quite the stock of sigil geodes, which I suppose should do. There are still some around. I can smell them from here. Of course, she was the last to summon me. Together we opened the ruins of Leyloria. She ventured in with her noble companions. I watched them die in a flood of Daedra. It was all I could do to escape and seal the ruin, Vastari's final command. Ignoring the fact that my prince's unbreakable will compels me to open the way to Leyloria, despite the unspeakably bloody terror to greet you on the other side. You could be Molag Bal himself for all I know. I'd still help you open the door, Lord of Brutality or not. You aren't him, are you? Good, good. I'd expect the Harvester of Souls to be taller. Try waiting in a rock until someone calls your name. Then watch them reduced to a smear of viscera the moment you do what they've asked you to do. You try to find joy where you can. The joy of aiding another, of course. Here are the sigil geodes. A little dust, quite simple to use. Pointed at the Daedra you want to absorb, and the sigil geode does the rest. Pretty stone, yes? But it will remain dull as an old torture puppet until you filled it with Daedric souls. Pretty stone. This is gonna be fun! Yes, that's it! The Twilight Heart thirsts for souls! And if I twist just so... The power! I'd forgotten how it feels! Follow, outsider! Come see my prince's glorious domain! Bastari! You live?
Yes, Irai, despite your efforts.
My prince's children were legion! They should have overwhelmed you!
Molag Bal's chattel are nothing to me.
Blasphemy!
Stranger, if you're a foe to Molag Bal, stand with me.
Fools! I'll feast upon your eyes! No! You won't defeat me again!
You've nowhere to fly, fiend. You can't escape me. The sigil geode? Do you still have it? Touching the sigil geode to Irai's forehead will absorb her soul. It's the only way we'll ever leave this place. If she dies outside of that stone, we'll spend the next century counting the tiles in this place. I noted 32,708, but you're welcome to check my figures. In the depths of this ruin is a portal leading straight to Coldharbour. We can only close it from the other side. Once in Coldharbour, we'll have no hope of escape unless Irai is inside that stone. Quickly! I can't keep this up for long.
It doesn't matter what you do to me. You'll be dead or trapped for 1,000 years. Molag Bal is my prince, you fool! I let Vistari believe I was Azura's servant, just as I let you believe. I led you into Coldharbour's grasp, morsels for the god of schemes to pick from between his teeth.
At last, after all these years. I'm not one to hope any creature suffers, but with Irai, I'll make an exception. She can spend eternity in the sigil geode for all I care. Irai is bound to her tablet. While she's within the sigil geode, we can use her as a tether to escape from Coldharbour. If I hadn't been so quick to destroy her those years ago, my companions would still be alive. Come. We should retrieve Kulanwe. At the base of these ruins is the hole her torment tears between worlds. But the moment we enter, Molag Bal's servants are likely to sense our presence. I'd have long ago made the attempt myself, if I had anywhere to flee. We must find Kulanwe and free her from whatever cruel device causes her so much pain. Doing so should end her torment. When she no longer cries out, the rift between Coldharbour and Leyloria should close, I hope. I kept this library clear of Daedra, but the chambers beyond are home to a variety of the creatures. It may be best to avoid them. Can you feel her suffering, her agony? For 1,000 years, her pain tunneled through the void, always reaching for her last memories of a life free of suffering. No more! Shatter the soul prison, so shackles all unweight this wretched place. Good. Now the other. That's it! Quickly! Free Kulan away from the altar!
Thank you.
We've done it! We freed Kulanway from her torment. Oh, it was worth the wait. Irai brought us both through the seal. It's only fitting she bring us back. I can use the sigil geode to trace her soul back, and then it's a simple matter to open a portal. Are you ready? Then prepare yourself. Departing Coldharbour is never easy. We should keep moving. It isn't safe here. It is good to stand beneath the sky once more, to feel the breeze upon my skin. And I wouldn't have made it here without you. My home is always open to you, should you care to visit. 88 years, 3 months, 11 days, 13 hours, 7 minutes. All right, I'm showing off. I used a simple spell to mark the time. It was the first thing I did when I realized I was trapped. It's not entirely precise, so I had to guess the minutes. Clear my Tower of Daedra for one, memorialize my companions who did not return, organize my effects. Then I'll find out what has transpired in this world since I left. I have some catching up to do. I opened my home to many I met in my travels. A young Redguard swordsman, a scarred wood elf hunter, a Sijic outcast. I can still hear their voices. But that was 90 years ago. Those not killed by the Daedra must have fled. For a time, though I expect my attention shall be drawn elsewhere soon enough. There was something different in Coldharbour. The air was a little too full, the fires too bright. Molag Baal's Corner of Oblivion holds many secrets. I plundered several from his halls a lifetime ago. Did you know? I did it to impress a boy. What a fool I was. Telakar, a powerful mage, brilliant, always focused upon his work, hardly striking, though such things never mattered to me. It took my escapade in Coldharbour to convince him there were adventurous women outside of his books, but that was long ago. I have. Why do you ask? Then you know the tale it tells. Did you find anything else? I hoped that wretched thing would fade away. It was a pale shadow of my son, nothing more. Kalian died so long ago, but my husband couldn't put him to rest. You didn't meet my husband, did you? That makes no sense. An animated shade would have no desire to escape. It would only approximate reason. Tell me, why did it want to escape? Reason, fear, a sense of self-preservation. No, what have I done? You met Kalian's true spirit. I spurned it, him, as a mockery of my son's memory. Forgive me. I will set this right, but I don't care to speak of it right now.
The blood you shed fills rivers.
I'm gonna show off a little.
Kulanwe, beloved of the Wild Ones, my priestess returns from the clutches of Coldharbour at last. So I have seen. A mortal has managed what the eternal dead could not. Much when it is time. You have taught humility to a Daedric prince, mortal. Tread carefully, for he will attempt to exact his revenge. Now go with my blessing. When I have need of you, you will know.
The forest sings to me, but it is a song of sorrow. Something must be done. The wood weeps. Can you hear it too? Is that why you've come? They say all wounds heal in time. This is true, even for the Valen Wood. Yet some wounds are more grievous than others, and if left to fester, can only bring death. The ruin of Gilvardel suffered so, and the mark left behind is one of rot and decay. Each day I carry a vessel of the waters blessed in this shrine, and feed it into that which flows into the darkened vale. Its strength will remind the earth what it once was. But my body grows weak with age, even if my resolve holds. Will you help me? Thank you. Take this vial and fill it with the waters from this basin. The water must be taken by the one who carries it. With that done, make for the falls that feed into Gilvardel and pour the water at each crest. Nature will do the rest. My son Earthenor helps me tend the shrine here, but he is young and has a young one's whim. More interested in chasing girls and hunting beasts than the worries of an old one like me. Yet his heart is kind and he is dear to me. I do not blame him.
Waiting to try the spell out.
So many dead.
The plan is in place. You are but an inconvenience.
Do you smell that? The air here. It's almost sweet. Be wary. There are vampires about. And that smell means they're on the prowl. It's best you didn't wander alone. Sabon. I lead a small band of vampire hunters. We heard rumors of an infestation of the feral monsters in this region. But we didn't realize just how bad it was until we arrived. A powerful vampire lord and his clan are terrorizing the region. We are going to kill as many of them as we can, until they overtake us, or we've wiped them out. You look like you can hold your own in a fight. We can always use more help if you're interested. Good. 4 hunters is better than 3 any day. Closer than you might think. You want to meet them? Zungag, Agalir, come meet our new friend.
No need to shout, Subon.
Are you ready to take the sword to these aberrations? Oblivion's own children. That's all I need to know. Anyone who tries to harm us will answer to my blade.
A new recruit, eh? I hope you can keep pace. The blood will run fast and thick when the vampires attack, and I can't watch your back and mine. Gods, I hope so. But don't let Augalier hear me say it. Superstitious Redguard. I say you don't become a vampire hunter if you don't like taking risks. The more they fight, the more fun it is.
Looks like you've made your introductions. Time to get to work. All right. Pay close attention. I'll try to be brief, but if we don't all focus on doing our job, we're as good as dead. The vampires in this area are controlled by a single powerful vampire lord. He likely sired most of them himself. Take this bloodstone. Don't lose it. It has the power to turn water to blood and whip up a ferocious hunger in the most sated vampire. When the time is right, we're going to use it to lure the vampire lord out of his hidey hole. Listen closely. This is the plan. We're going to lay a trap in the abandoned village up the hill. Zungarg, you guard the west gate.
No one's getting by me.
Augalier, you're on the ridge by the east gate.
May the divines guide my bow.
I'll take the north. Our new friend will use the bloodstone to lay the bait in the well at the center of town.
I love this part.
Drop the bloodstone into the well. Blood will spout forth, and it'll draw the vampires out of hiding. We'll be waiting to cut them down. The vampire lord won't sit by while we thin his flock. If you see him, whistle. If everyone's ready, let's get into position.
Whoever kills the fewest bloodsuckers buys the drinks.
Don't joke, lest the divines punish your frivolity.
Heroes don't kill.
Hey! Get back over here! I think I hear something in the old smithy. Stay sharp!
We're the best!
I could kill these things all day! Hey! Get back over here! They are swarming out of the longhouse. Stand firm! That's the last of them. Good work. Damn it! What went wrong? The Vampire Lord should have appeared by now. Where are Zungarg and Agalir? Everyone was in their places. The plan was working perfectly. This doesn't bode well. I'll go west and see if I can find Zungarg. You go to the East Gate and look for Agalir. But keep your guard up. There's no end to vampire tricks. Oh no! Not Agalir! No, not Agalir! I'm such a fool. Clearly the Vampire Lord saw through our trap. Agalir's death is on my head. No, no body either. That's no comfort. When dealing with vampires, the lack of a body usually only means one thing. I pray I'm wrong. We need to keep looking for Zungarg. And if he's... Oh, praise Stendar! There he is! I never thought I'd be so happy to see that stupid orc in all my days.
I followed the Vampire Lord right to his lair. It's in the cave, north of town.
Quick! Follow him! Slay the Vampire Lord! For Agalir! It's as I feared. He's turned. You'll pay for this, vampire scum! Meet me outside. I need to get out of here. So that's it then. The Vampire Lord is dead, as are Zungarg and Agalir. I've lost partners before, but you never get used to it. I feel responsible. I'll bury my friends. Then, I suppose I'll seek out more companions in the next vampire lair. I can't rest until this scourge is wiped from Tamriel. Zungarg and Agalir felt the same. Thank you for your help, friend.
See your sins.
Excuse me. Did you know my husband? What brings you to my husband's grave? I don't think we ever met. My husband was a guard for a merchant caravan. One day, he found a magic amulet on a dead man laying in the road. Almost overnight, he became despondent, and when he spoke, he would only talk about the bandits he had killed while defending the caravan. No, nothing worked. I even paid to have the origin of the amulet divined, and learned it was crafted in Cormount. Surprisingly, my husband volunteered to go, but he was found dead not far from town the next day, and the amulet was gone. If you have the amulet, I suggest you find a way to be rid of it as soon as possible, before you lose the will to even try.